Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and I suppose an update on my next car or whatever that's going to be. So as you know, over the last sort of several weeks or months I've been test driving new cars, and in the plan to change it, upgrade it, whatever it needs to be over the next thing. I've got just a bit of background. I currently drive a 2017 BMW i3 full electric. It's had it for 3 years. The loan is due to run out probably about a year and a half, and I was looking to see what comes next. I've test drove a Tesla Model 3, a Mercedes EQA, a Mustang, some of the other stuff, a Zoe. Obviously some of the recent issues around safety on the Zoe has come out, so that's probably been scrubbed off. And I just wanted to give you an update of what I'm thinking. And surprise, surprise, nothing that I've drove so far really gives me the same buzz I get from my BMW i3. So guess what? I am keeping my BMW i3 certainly for the foreseeable future. I will probably likely be keeping it past the end of the loan. When it does, I will be £400 odd a month better off. At the time, my loan was sort of not particularly great in terms of interest and stuff like that, so I pay a little bit more, so I'll be making that back a month. And I suppose the reasons behind this, so I've been thinking about this, and really the bit that's kind of triggered and pushed me over was actually this week's episode of Fully Charged Live, where Robert Llewellyn got his original Nissan Leaf, 2011 Nissan Leaf, back from these guys in the Netherlands that upgrade the battery. So we went from something like, I don't know, 60, 70 miles up to about 180 miles. And the car's perfect, the car's fine, it does exactly what it is. And I started thinking about this, with getting into the Model 3, yes, it's got this lovely screen and it's all touchscreen, it's got this, that and the other. And some of the cars have got all these lovely features. Then I started looking back at the i3 and it's like, well, my car has got everything I need. It's reliable. It's had a couple of tyre changes in the almost 50,000 plus miles that I've done on it in 3 years. It's had no brake pad changes in that time. The service costs have been very, very cheap. So from that point of view, reliability, it's been absolutely fine. And I was trying to think of the reasons why I need to upgrade at all. And the only one really I can think of is less stops at charges. Now, those that watch the channel know that I've driven this up and down the country with no problems at all. I've done multiple rapid charges and things like that. I have no home charging, for those that haven't seen this channel before. Haven't done for 3 years, and actually it's been fine. It's enough room for 3 of us in the family. There's enough boot space for us, there's enough cabin space for us. It's got 50 kilowatt hour charging, so for the majority of chargers at the moment, that's absolutely fine. I can get to 80% in about 38 minutes. So really, I'm looking at the upgrade would be more range, quicker charging, which means less charge stops, and that's kind of about it. And I've managed so far. So, there's the other benefits for me on the i3, the regen on this, I still think is one of the best out there. The one pedal driving I think is brilliant. I know it wasn't the first people to do it, was the Nissan Leaf, but this does it really well as well. Brings you almost to a complete stop. It's still got a unique design. Would I change one thing about this? Yes, those bloody doors, because the doors, they're fine and they look great, but they're completely impractical. If I could change those, then I would. you know, they're the bane of our lives, like those ones when you park either side of sort of parked cars and things. But other than that, and let's face it, GridServe now have made good on their promises to improve motorway charges. There's GridServe forecourts coming. The next one I believe is in Norfolk, that's very much underway. That should be ready for holiday trips that way next year. There's one down towards Gatwick that's being planned. There's one literally 5 miles away from my house that's being planned. So charging to me probably won't be as much as an issue as it was probably a year ago, and really not so much in the last year. So the more I think about it, the more it makes sense not to change it, and actually, if I can either pay it off quicker or just let it run and then, you know, cash in on the money, happy days. And then when I do eventually want to, you know, change to a different car, then great, you know. But don't get me wrong, you know, being a complete tech geek, you know, I see all the nice shiny toys and all the new shiny cars and stuff like that, and I think, oh, really must have that, and I really want that, and that's fine. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I love test driving the cars and things like that, but I've got no need really for another car at the moment. I love my i3, I really do. I always have done, and I think I always will do. It's a shame that they're stopping production of these. Obviously, you know, parts and things like that will carry on and stuff like that. It has pushed the price of, you know, in general EVs have gone up, so the price of my i3 has gone up, you know, 2-3 grand. So when I was going to sell it, you know, I was getting more than what I probably would normally. But yeah, there's really no need. So those that maybe were looking forward to me getting a new car or you know, something like that, you know, sorry. I hope you enjoyed the reviews of the other cars, and that will, you know, hopefully carry on the more I can get next year. But there'll be more adventures in the i3 over the next year and a half. I intend to take this a lot further than I have before. So the furthest I've been is all the way up to the border of Scotland, all the way down to the Devon and Cornwall coast. I've been across to Dunkirk, which actually wasn't that far, but that was one of my first sort of big long trips. And I intend to sort of go into Europe when we can. If we can expand into Europe a little bit next year, hopefully, once all this sort of pandemic stuff and restrictions and stuff are properly lifted, then I'm going to take that across to there. I want to drive this up to Scotland. I know it's more than capable of doing it, and I just want to go on more adventures with this. So I hope you stick with the channel. Next year will be more content, more car content, more unicycle content, more rides, more adventures, hopefully some interesting stuff and some surprises on the way. So if you have supported me during 2021, it's a massive thank you. I couldn't have done that without your support, and your likes, your comments are all appreciated. I'm thinking about bringing the Patreon sort of page back next year. Let me know, guys, what you want to see out of that. You know, if at all you're really that bothered. For me, it was always an added sort of thing. You know, if you wanted to support the channel, I do have Buy Me a Coffee if you want to support the channel in that way. But I'm not pushing people to do it that way. I prefer, like, you know, your comments, your views, your likes, your shares, all that sort of stuff. So anyway, till next time, thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I will see you in 2022, depending on when you watch this. Could already be watching it, so welcome to 2022. Anyway, see you soon, guys. Bye bye.